Hello and welcome to an adventure through the sacred Inca Valley to Machu Picchu, which is one of the main tourist landmarks visited by millions of people every year. To visit Peru, most likely you will arrive at Lima, its capital. A visa is required except for citizens of the Andino group, which consists of other South American countries in the Andes Mountains. At the airport, make sure you don't get charged a commission while exchanging your currency. After staying for a few hours at Lima airport, we left for the city of Cusco, capital of the Incan Empire. The flight takes 1 hour and a half. The view of the frozen mountains peaks of the Cordillera of the Andes is spectacular. Cusco has an elevation of 3,400 meters over sea level. Check with your doctor before traveling if the altitude could affect your health. You can arrange to be picked up by the hotel. Also, you will find affordable taxis at the airport. The city is relatively safe for being a touristic destination. Weather in Cusco is cold because of its elevation, so bring a good jacket with you. We contacted the hotel owner to request her assistance coordinating our traveling through the Sacred Valley, including several tours. Keep in mind, if you eliminate one or more middlemen, you will save more money. In 1533, the first Spanish conquistadors appeared in Cusco. This is one reason why the city still displays a colonial style today. The Armas Square since the Incan times has been and continues to be a place to celebrate important events. Our first stop during this tour through the city of Cusco is the Cathedral of La Virgen de la Asunción. It took 104 years to be built. Photography and video are prohibited inside. Outside the cathedral, you can take pictures with the indigenous ladies and their lovely llama babies. Then, we went to Coricancha, which in Quechua means Temple of the Sun. In this temple, the indigenous people used to plead for help from the Inca god of the sun. The Spanish conquistadors knew the importance of this ceremony and built the convent inside the Inca temple to collect the gifts offered by them. Continuing with the tour of the Inca capital, we arrive at the ruins of Sacsayhuaman. This was an Inca fortress located at the north side of the city. From the hills of the top, you can see all of Cusco. Inside this fortress, the Incas used to have large warehouses with food and weapons as well as aqueducts for water distribution. The details on the walls of figures and objects reflect the importance of this place to the Incas. This is what we call terrazas. Used to be by the Incas here in Cusco as a ceremony area. And then when the Spaniards came, they actually destroyed this because it was used to weld rock. Its construction took approximately 50 years and 20,000 men. At last, we arrived at Tambomachay, which means a place to relax in Quechua. This sacred district was utilized for many different functions as well as a vacational resort by the Inca King Empire. It has several waterfalls and channels. It is located at 3,765 meters above sea level. For many, this high altitude makes it more difficult to get enough oxygen to breathe properly. Approximately at 300 meters, you will find the Kenko Range, that means mess, a name given by the Spanish conquistadors because of the underground galleries, channels, and paths made in a zigzag fashion. Well, time goes quickly and it is getting late to return to the city. The tour makes one last quick stop in one store, where they welcome you with complimentary coca tea. Outside the store, the view of the city is pleasant. The average temperature is 9 degrees Celsius or 48 Fahrenheit, but usually it drops much more during the night. The next morning, we left on a second tour towards the sacred Inca Valley located about 33 kilometers from Cusco. Our first stop was the town of Pisac. Before arriving, the bus made a quick stop to view the valley, mountains and the Vilcamota River, which ends at the Amazon River. Rafting is very popular in this area. Pisac is one of the most important archaeological areas of the Sacred Valley. On the hills, you will find the ruins, and at the bottom, the town square in a colonial style with pottery and mementos booths. Also, you will find jewelry in silver from the local region. Keep in mind that if you enter only into the stores recommended by the guides, the price will be higher for the commissions they receive. Then we continue our journey to the Inca agriculture terraces of Intiwatana. The tour bus will wait by the ticketing entrance. Then you will walk over a kilometer to the Inca ruins. Here you will see small houses made of stone which still remain standing today. The Inca development was amazing. It was a culture rich in agriculture and knowledge of the land and nature. Unfortunately, an hour to explore every corner of the area is just not enough. We stayed for extra 30 minutes and almost missed the bus. If that happens, make sure you keep your guide and tourist company information. Taxi will take you to the next stop for a charge. At Urubamaba, we have a buffet lunch with delicious typical Peruvian food for an hour. Then, we continue the trip to the city of Ollantaytambo. It is located 90 kilometers from Cusco. This is the only Inca city that remains intact and populated up to the present day. During the conquest, the city functioned as a center of operation against the Spanish by the Incas. Their streets are straight, narrow, and colorful that include 15 square plazas north of city center. To get to the top of Pumatalis, you will need to climb more than 20 terraces, where you will find a fortress and the temple ruins. From the top, you can see the sacred Inca Valley and the city of Ollantaytambo. During the night, tourists from all around the world walk their streets. Local indigenous descendants from the Incas sell mementos and food. Some areas are very dark. Do not forget to always carry a waterproof flashlight during your trips. The photography is gorgeous because of the contrast of the colors and the interesting colonial architecture. Moto taxi service is available around the town. The weather is nice and the area is crime-free. The tour returns to Cusco around 7 p.m. However, we stay overnight to continue our journey the next day to Machu Picchu. This is Easy Track 360. Let's go!